So I was talking to this guy that I met on Hinge, right? And everything was going amazing. Everything was going great, actually. The communication was there. I thought we were on the same page. We went to Paris. We were going on dates every week, having phone calls, phone conversations every night. And then all of a sudden, his demeanor changed, and I realized it, but I didn't say anything. He asked me to be his Valentine early January, right? And I told him, I was like, of course, I would love to be. And then maybe a couple days later or a week later, I was like, I would love for you to ask me, with a card or something, something sweet, ask me something sentimental, right? So he's like, oh.
Do you guys think that there's anything wrong with her asking him to basically modify the way that he asked her to be his Valentine? Because I feel like that's a little bit controlling. At the same time, I know it is important for you to communicate how you want to be treated in a relationship, especially if it's new. But let me know what you think about that.
I'm wondering, he's like, I wish I would have thought of that myself, whatever, but it wasn't a big deal to me. So he paid for everything. He paid for all the dates. The only thing I paid for was when we went to Paris, and I paid for my own room because I told him that's what I wanted. So, like I said, his demeanor changed, and I was like, I'm gonna, I'm gonna preach for a little bit, but I want to learn how to love better. I want to love better. I want to love people in my life better, not only relationship wise, but just friendships and family members. And when you look at 1 Corinthians 13, when God describes love,
oh, she's a woman of God. Okay, we see you, sis.
The first thing he describes love as is patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. If I want to love, and if God is love, the first thing that God says love is patient. So if this man is having a hard time, something is weighing heavy on his heart, let me be patient with him. Let me give him the time to get his words out, right? 4 days pass, we finally end up having a conversation why he's acting the way he's acting. Because, all of a sudden things have changed. Basically, he says that he wants to be, he doesn't.
Wait a minute. Why did 4 days have to pass though? I feel like this new generation is, I don't know. Y'all so messed up. Where's the communication? Why are you just ghosting people? Whatever it is that he's going through, whatever reason that he had to ghost her, all it would have taken was a conversation to say, hey, I don't think this is working out because A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We should go our separate ways. And that's it. I don't understand why this generation is so weird to me. I don't know.
I know if we're compatible because he wants to be in a dynamic where he treats, then the girl would treat, then he treats, and the girl would treat. And so I'm like, are you looking for 50-50? And he was like, no, maybe 75-25, vice versa. Sometimes me, sometimes them, sometimes me. And I was like, I've explained to this guy multiple times that I'm that way when I'm in a relationship. You're courting me right now. You're not my boyfriend. But you're courting me. You're getting to know me. And, we're going on dates. So, yeah, I am expecting for you to pay. But
pause. I feel like when you are in the early stages, whether you're courting or you're just newly dating somebody, I don't think that necessarily they should have to pay for all of the dates. I don't agree with that. I feel like, okay, if he treats you a couple times, cool. At some point, I feel like you should offer to go half or offer to pay the tip, or maybe you should offer to take him out. It's on me this time. You've taken me on some nice dates and I really like to, show you a good time or whatever. I don't subscribe to the whole we're entering into a relationship and you're responsible for everything. That's just me.
We've been out before and I've paid because I realized he was paying for a lot of things. And I told him that's something I do when I'm in a relationship, but I really like you. So can I, treat you back? So that was kind of BS. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's different now. She said that she noticed he was paying a lot and she offered to pay. I think that's reasonable. She hasn't said anything so far that sounds unreasonable to me.
But what really got me was that he was like, I don't know if we're compatible because I'm looking for someone that's going to treat me back and all of this stuff. And I explained to him that, about the whole, like, I would do that if, you're my boyfriend, but you're not my boyfriend. We're getting to know each other. And he said, well, this is why I have a hard time saying love. And, this is why, I don't really like, I haven't had a girlfriend for 10 years. You have commitment issues. And you could have just said that before. But anyways, what really got me, what was the kicker?
10 years? He ain't been in a relationship in 10 years? Oh, that's a major red flag right there. Nah, he got deeper issues.
What was the kicker for me was that, and this is kind of like okay, let me just say it. Lord, and I pray that you help me say how I feel it. Little did he know I had just bought him, I started preparing his Valentine's Day gifts, like I got him a YSL cologne because he said he wanted to have like a signature scent. He's not really into scents like that. He wants to get into it. I got him a YSL cologne, right? I was gonna make him like a boyfriend basket. He's not my boyfriend. I was gonna make him one though because I like him. So I bought that. He's a chef who wants to get into baking, so I did my research on cookbooks, and I ordered, the day before I ordered him a cookbook, the Dessert Person, which is a very popular book within the baking community. I got him that. I was gonna put that in the basket. I was gonna get him a Aritzia sweatsuit. I was gonna get him just like a silk pajama set. Like I was just gonna get him all these things. Had already bought like half of the things already, and little did he know that. And it just is like going back to when the Lord talks about what love is patient. I'm over here trying to extend patience to you. I'm gonna give him time to explain himself to me. Like I'm gonna give him time to figure out what's weighing on his heart. You couldn't do the same for me. So I asked him, I didn't tell him though. I didn't tell him all of these things. So I'm like, so you're unsure about me? He hesitated. I said, you're unsure about me. So if you're unsure about me, I'm 100% unsure about you now. And I will never sit here and try to invest into someone who's unsure about me. So I took my exit. So I think my dad's about to have a new cologne, or one of my best friends. But am I going to stop believing in love and all of that? No!
Okay, so I really, really like her energy. Like, she seems like somebody who is, she's self-aware. She's introspective. I love how she was like quoting the Bible, giving us Bible verses. Like that was a whole thing. Like she's a God-fearing woman. She was talking about she wants to be more loving in her relationships. She wants to be more attentive, and she exercises being a patient human being. That sounds to me like someone who's emotionally intelligent. She's very intentional. This should be every man's dream right here. Like she was planning on giving him a little boyfriend basket for the upcoming holiday for Valentine's Day. And I feel like, buddy, he just missed out on a real one. I don't know what it is about meeting people on dating apps, but it seems like nobody has the patience to like see it through. People don't have time to actually get to know somebody. They're always judging based off of these external metrics that nobody knows about except for them. It's like, okay, how are you going to enter a relationship if you can't even do something as simple as communicating? Like if you were tired of paying, all you had to do was have a conversation with her. Like, okay, is this what the future of our relationship looks like? Or is this just because we're in the early stages? Or how do you feel about this? All it takes is a conversation. Like talk to somebody. Don't just ghost them for days and days at a time and expect them to be able to read your mind. Like that's crazy. I've never dated on Hinge or Tinder or any of the apps, so I don't really know what that's like, but it just sounds like it's damn near impossible to find somebody who actually wants to be serious. And when you do find somebody who says that they want to be serious, it seems like any little thing can set them off and you never hear from them again. So like I said, she has a really beautiful energy about her, and I hope that she finds somebody who can match that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.